Is we live? Oh my God. This is my first time going live in this group. I created this almost 2 years ago. So I don't know how many of y'all are going to come on because a lot of y'all may be like at work. But be that as it may, I'm still going to talk. And hopefully y'all catch the replay. So I'm going to give y'all like not a few minutes, but a few more seconds while I eat off to the side. I didn't even tell anybody I was going live. So y'all probably won't even receive a notification to know that I am going live. And that's okay. I got like 20 hot minutes. To talk about, again, what this group is, because I know a lot of you I invited a year and a half ago. But it's about to get active. Did I say I just got my hair did, y'all? So it's not cooperating. It's sticking up every which way. So let me see if I have to do anything. Let me see if I can invite y'all. And will y'all know that I'm on? Let's try it. I don't know if that's going to work or not. But let me just go through my list. So, hey, y'all. Hey, my name is Fiat Hollins. I am a writer, a storyteller, and a messenger. Okay? And I create and curate content for the culture. Yes, that's what I do. Create, curate content for the culture for the purpose of healing and connection. So when I really broke down what it is that I'm doing out here in these streets, whether it's movies, whether it's books, whether it's just posts on Facebook, the underlying, or sometimes it's not underlying, the overarching theme, purpose for everything that I do is for healing and connection. So I created this Divine Femininity and Sacred Sexuality group because I feel like it's important for us as women to heal our feminine. Oh, it shows somebody is watching. Hello there. So I think it's important for us to heal our feminine. So I created this group because I wanted to come in here and offer up like resources and stories, and maybe have people come on to share their stories, because I'm finding that a lot of women are shrinking themselves. Hey, chicas. A lot of women are shrinking themselves. And that's just unfortunate. But it happens. And so me too. So this is something that I've been working on for a few years. But when I started getting to the root of everything, after I've been doing this healing journey for, what is this now? The 9th year. Been doing this healing journey. What's up, Jet? Been doing this healing journey for about 9 years. And what I've discovered is that initially I was more so leaning towards helping women find their purpose, so they can find and align with their true selves, so they can show up fully in the world, which is still what I want women to do, right? But the reason why I'm breaking it down specifically to the divine feminine and sacred sexuality is because I'm based on what I've been reading and what I've been observing and researching. When we own our sexuality, when we own our femininity, when we do all of that, it gives us this confidence so that we're able to like show up and then ask for what we want. So the reason why I wanted to create this group is because we got shit to do. We got things to do, and we're not showing up because of shit that's just holding us back. Shit that we've been carrying, baggage that we've been carrying for sometimes generations, most often than not generations. And the things that's holding us back, like it's a whole gambit of stuff. Religion and patriarchy and society and cultural stuff. So anyway, not to get too deep off into that, but I will be talking about things like that so that we can understand why it is that we as women individually and collectively sometimes don't show up as powerfully as we should. So that's why I created the group. And I thought that I can get away with the not doing anything with the group. I was just gonna let it go to the wayside because I'm just like, I don't know if I want to tackle all of that. And especially because of the whole sexuality part. So it will be a whole lot of not necessarily sex talk, but a lot of things that involves our women parts. So just tying that all into who we are and how we can show up and not be ashamed of any of that stuff. So if you see that there's a link in the caption of the post or whatever, it's because at the end of the day, in order for us to get the life that we want, have the life that we want, have the job that we want, all of that stuff, we have to pretty much know who we are. Not pretty much know. We have to know who we are. And we have to have a healthy relationship with ourselves first. And a lot of times we don't think about that. We have to actually have a healthy relationship with self first before we can have a healthy relationship romantically, with friends, family, co-workers, whomever. So you could just look at your life and look at the people in it. Just assess your friendships, your acquaintances, assess the people around you. Honestly, everything has to be from like an honest lens, like for real. So I put this link in the caption for an attachment style quiz, because during my reading, I came across this book called Detox Daughter. I don't know if you've all heard of it, but it's an excellent book. But it's basically saying that how we show up in relationships is akin to how we were raised or brought up by our parents or the people that raised us, whoever raised us. And we all have this attachment style that shows up in our lives as adults based on what we were exposed to in our childhood. And I find that very interesting. In addition to everything else that I do, I am obsessed with human behavior. I used to think that I wanted to be a psychologist, but no, I do read a whole lot about the human behavior. and the mind and why we do the things that we do. So I came across this attachment style quiz that tells us how we show up in relationships and why, and how to unpack and heal those things. So I just thought it would be good for everybody to do that as a beginning, at the beginning, so that you can get an idea, and then you can see, okay, is this accurate or is it not? I found it to be very accurate. So I'm going to try to see if I can remember off the top of my head, but I probably won't. But they have like there are 3 insecure attachment styles, and then there's just a secure attachment style. So most people fall under the insecure attachment style, and then there are 3 types. So there are, goodness, I just drew a blank that fast. I drew a blank on the one that I actually am. There's like fearful avoidant, there's dismissive avoidant, and there's like anxious, something like that, I think. Like anxious avoidant. So I fall under, I'm between secure and fearful, which is great because that means that I've healed some things, but there are some things that I still have to work on. So like a fearful avoidant, just to give an example, is someone who I'm like anxious and detached at the same time. So I show up in my relationships like waiting for the other shoe to drop, and then also being really detached and not really being as vulnerable and open as I would like and as I really want to. But because I have this barrier there where it's like some trust issue going on, then that's how I show up in my relationship. So there are different ways, and you could just, again, take the test and assess for yourself. But I just wanted to come on here really quickly to say that I will be coming on more frequently to offer different resources, because at the end of the day, I think that there are so many broken relationships out here because so many of us are not dealing with our trauma. So many of us need to heal. And there are so many different facets and layers to that. And most often than not, most people don't want to do the work because it's a lot of their work. So you'll heal one area and then you have other shit that comes along with that. So it's just like a constant work in progress. But it's very necessary if we want to mend us individually and collectively. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all still are on, but again, like I said, hopefully y'all come and watch the replay. But that's in essence what I wanted to come on for. Let me make sure I got that. Why is it important? Okay, who is this? I said, who is this group? It's for. This group is for women, not just cisgendered women. So anybody who identifies as woman and who feel like they want to or need to heal and want to do it not necessarily by themselves, do this as a group. So I will come in here and share stuff. If you have some things you need to share, please share it with the group. But it's necessary for us to not allow our stories to continue to like hold us back from the life we want, period, because we have something to do here. We are here to be of service, and we have to own our stuff and get the healing done. So that's in essence what the group is about. So that was cool. I went through all of my stuff that was on my list. But anyway, if you all have something to add to this, please add it in comments. Again, please take the attachment style quiz, because I'm just curious to see what everybody's attachment style is. And the lady who created the quiz has a bunch of information on YouTube. I promise you, if you take the quiz, you're going to go down a rabbit hole and you're going to be like, oh my God, that's me. Oh my God, that's so resonates with me. I'm warning you, you're going to go down a rabbit hole too. But if you're someone that's serious about personal growth and self-awareness, then I believe, if you don't already know about attachment styles, I think it would be very helpful. So that's all I got, y'all. And since this group is private, you cannot even share this video. But Invite people to the group who you think will benefit. That's all I got. Bye, y'all.